Good morning. I'm in Wales this week for 4 or 5 days. The weather's not fantastic. It's been quite rainy, as it always is when I cross the border. I'm currently walking towards the coastal path near Cardigan. I'm going to try and kill a few hours. Hopefully the rain will keep off for a bit, but I've dressed just in case. So yesterday I went along the south coast, but again the weather wasn't fantastic. Saturday was okay, but the forecast for the week is a bit drizzly, so I'm just going to have to make the best of it. So let's go and have a look at the sea. Right, eventually got down here. The track down is right through all that lot. It's a bit steep and slippy, especially after the rain. But anyway, I've eventually got to the edge. Well, nearly. I was a bit out of wax with where I was. That's Fishguard over there, and Cardigan's actually well over there, so I'm somewhere in between the two. Quite a bit of cliff over there, so I think I'll head that way. Really hope this weather holds out because it's looking a bit black, but we'll see how we go. This bit definitely looks a bit dodgy. Like I said, the plan this week was to do a tour of Wales, and when I'm doing coastal stuff I do like to go for a swim. It's all part of it, but I managed to get in the sea on Saturday, but since then it's been a bit miserable. So I think this week, the way it's going, unless there's a heat wave come across the sea, I'll be doing probably mainly walking. I went to a place called St David's yesterday, which is actually a city, which is a bit weird when you're driving through it, but it's got its own cathedral, which I had a look round. It was quite interesting. They had that and a thing called the Bishop's Palace, which is even older, so that killed a couple of hours. Yeah, so I think as I say, this week's going to be mainly walking, and I do like to have a look around the towns, but hopefully next week's going to be a bit warmer. I'm hoping to get down south, a bit further south, Bournemouth, all the way round to Hastings if I can. So fingers crossed the sun might come out. So that's the only trouble with these coastal paths. When you're on your own, you very often end up having to retrace your steps because it's not very often there's a circular. So unless you do the old train trick or get a lift or something, but anyway, back we go. Not a bad little walk that. I was out for about 3 hours, I think. Difficult to gauge the mileage because it was all up and down, up the cliff, down the cliff and what have you. The weather held off. It hasn't rained, thank goodness, but I don't think we're going to see any sun today, so it's a waste of time me getting my trunks out of the bag. I'm heading off towards Cardigan now. I'm going to have a look around the town, and I'd like to have a look at the famous Cardigan Bay. So that's where I'm off now. So let's go and have a look. I've parked up just next to Cardigan Bay. There's a nice little free car park up on the side of the hill here. You've got quite a good view of it all. Sun's still not come out. There's quite a few surfers there. I just seen a seagull and a crow having a fight just down there. Got broken up by an old man, but I don't know who would have won. The crow looked meaner, but to be fair, the seagull had got more size, so it probably would have gone the distance. As I say, the sun's not quite out, it keeps threatening, but I'm not sure. It's not beach weather. It's not beach weather today. Fingers crossed. Tomorrow, it's going to be sunnier, but we'll have to see. I had a quick look round Cardigan. It's all right. They've got a bit of a dock and that there, but it's one of these towns where a lot of the shops have got sun bleached stuff in the windows, you know, and you think, oh, and this stuff that's just been there ages, and it puts me off a bit. I don't know why. It just feels a bit, makes it feel tired. Do you know what I mean? You probably don't, but so anyway, I'm gonna have a sit here for a bit and watch the surfers, and then I'm going to shoot up a bit further up the coastline. I've not made my mind up where I'm going to go next, so I'll decide in a bit. So, had a bit of a change of heart. I'm not going to chase the weather round Wales for the rest of the week. I've decided to cut across the centre of Wales, and I'm on my way to Shrewsbury, somewhere else where I've never been before. That'll give me a chance. It's sort of on the way home, and it'll also give me a chance to have a couple of days breather before the real heat wave kicks in next week. Fingers crossed, and I can have a full week at it. As I say, on the way to Shrewsbury, and I've come up behind this this camper van with a baby car on tow on the back, and something I didn't realise is that the brake lights and the indicators are all wired in like a trailer, so when he brakes, the brake light comes on in the car. So I think that's quite a good idea. I'm not sure if it's something I'd ever want to do, even if I got a biggish camper. You know, it's eight sets of tyres to worry about, and the fuel can't be that. The fuel consumption must go sky high. So I don't know if any of you guys do it. I suppose it's practical. If it's a bit more practical if you're probably an elderly couple or something. But I think I'd be more inclined to bolt a couple of push bikes to the back of the wagon. But I don't know. Anyway, with a bit of luck, the weather's going to pick up, and we can take a few shots around Shrewsbury. So I'll see you a bit later. Three hours in Shrewsbury. It's quite a pretty town. There's quite a lot of Tudor buildings, so it's quite historical. There's a few statues, a couple of museums, and I went around an art gallery. Not sure I get art. I think it's my problem, but I find it very difficult to judge anything if I don't know what it's supposed to look like. I understand that the modern art side of things sort of came into play when photography came in, and they sort of stopped doing stuff that you could do with a camera. So I understand. But I don't know. I'm not sure. I had a quarter of an hour in there looking around, and just went, a lot of it went over my head. I don't know. Yeah, so there's a river running through it. There's a couple of bridges. One's quite old, and it was, yeah, it's all right. It's quite nice. Because of the weather, because of the way things have been, I think I'm going to wrap things up now and take a trip home. So that's it for this video, and I look forward to seeing you next time.